Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're here with FlossTube number 5. This is an update for November. I'm slightly late on the November front, so I do apologise for that. I did actually record this video already, but my camera decided that it didn't have enough memory and it completely corrupted the video. So I would have uploaded earlier, but I'm afraid I had a little bit of trouble with that. It's actually kind of been a blessing in disguise because I've got so much more to show you guys, and I think today I'm just in a better mood than what I was when I filmed that last video. So come along with me, come and have a chat, and yeah, I hope that we can have a nice time and just chill out for a while. So it's that time of year again, we're getting ready for Christmas, and if I'm honest, I do kind of have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Christmas. Sometimes I'm dead excited, sometimes I'm just a bit indifferent. Like last year I didn't even put up my tree because I just kind of thought I was working full-time, I was at work to the lead up to Christmas, and I was going to be spending Christmas at other people's houses. Nobody was going to be coming around, so I figured, like, why do I need to put a tree up? I'd only be putting it up for myself. So I actually didn't bother last year, but I will be putting my tree up this year, kind of after the year that we've all had. I've kind of been working from home this whole time, so I've seen the same four walls for the past year, so a little bit of a change of decor is in need, I think, this year. But the one thing that I do always love about Christmas is the food and the drink. I can always get on board with that and I'm always excited for that. So today, rather than my usual cup of tea, I've actually got a hot chocolate and Baileys. So if I end up a bit merry in this video, you know why. It's not the Christmas spirit, it's the Baileys. As far as kind of general life updates go, I've not got an awful lot to share. For the whole of November, England were in another national lockdown. So I've not really been anywhere to kind of give you guys some updates, but we are now out of the national lockdown. But with the current tier system, my area is in tier 3, so it kind of feels like I'm still in lockdown. But I guess the good thing is that it's given me plenty of time to stitch. I actually today have 2 FFOs and 2 finishers, which for me is amazing. In my previous video, I was kind of saying that I really want a finish. I want something to show you that's finished. And now I've got 4 things. So, you know, there is a silver lining. There's good that can come from it. So although I don't have many life updates, I have got a couple of things to share with you. So one thing that I've been doing a lot of during lockdown is watching TV and movies. And I didn't know this, so hopefully this can help somebody else if they didn't know either. But Disney Plus actually do like a group watch service. So me and a few friends have been watching all of the Marvel movies. We're currently marathoning them because one of my friends has never seen them before. She's only seen Black Panther. So, you know, we're educating her. But the beauty of the kind of the group watch with Disney Plus is that whenever one person pauses it, it pauses it for everybody else. So we've all jumped on Discord together, and we just kind of sit and have a chat, and it's almost like you're there with your friends. So that's one thing that I've been really enjoying. And if there's people who you're missing and you've both got a Disney Plus account, that's something that you can do to kind of spend time together. And yeah, I've been really enjoying that. And then the other main thing that has kind of taken up most of my time this month is that I arranged a video for my sister. So my sister's 2 years older than me, and she has just recently completed her master's degree, which is like amazing. I don't think there's anybody else in my family that's got a master's degree, so it's quite an achievement that she's done. And she's been gutted because she can't have a graduation, and her university haven't mentioned anything about kind of postponing it and rearranging it and having it on another day. So yeah, she just kind of got a certificate in the post, which it's a bit anticlimactic, and I understood why she was a bit kind of disappointed. So I arranged for some of our family and friends and her friends to send me a clip of a message of them saying congratulations, and I've edited that into a video for her. That honestly has been something that's been really kind of keeping my spirits up during lockdown. It's been so much fun to kind of keep it a secret from her. So she lives with my mum, and my mum's had to like go and run into the garage to like talk to me on the phone about what's going on. And yeah, it's just been something to look forward to. So we showed it her on Friday, which was 2 days ago. Today's Sunday, so a couple of days ago. We watched the video and she just bawled her eyes out. She was just a complete mess, completely in tears. So but yeah, she really appreciated it and really enjoyed it, and it's something that's quite nice that she can kind of just keep forever, and it's almost like a little time capsule of our family. I know we've got some young kids, so yeah, that's been something that's taken up a lot of time, but it's definitely been worth it. So let's head into the stitching now. So as I mentioned before, I have got 2 FFOs to show you today. The first one I actually don't have with me here today because it was a gift, so I've actually given that to the person already. So I did film a little clip in the middle of November to kind of show it to you guys. So take it away, past Beth. Thanks, future Beth. So this is the FFO. This is for Mark's dad, and we'll be giving it him tomorrow for his birthday. I have shown this before in a previous video, and I think that I had just kind of done the middle section here. So this month I finished off the last couple of books at the bottom here. I did about 4 at the top there, went around the border, and I also did the fringe here. Whilst I was making this, I did also create a little bit of a time lapse for it, so I will show you that now. The time lapse didn't go exactly as planned. There are a couple of times, so there's one time where you can see my hand, there's one time where the thread's still hanging off the edge of it, and yeah, I'm not too happy with the way that it kind of moves around the screen, so you can kind of see that the background's changing and this kind of like is going like this. But yeah, generally I kind of thought that it's not too bad for a first attempt. I decided to, well, I originally said that when I was going to do the border around here, I wanted to do it 1 stitch at a time. So kind of do 1 stitch, take the photo, another stitch, take the photo. But Mark convinced me to go for 2 stitches at a time, and I'm so glad that I did that because it took forever. By the time I got to, well, I had done kind of the top here, and when I was about here, I was like, why did I do this? Why did I do this to myself? So you can probably tell as well that I went around with a half stitch, and then the plan was that I was going to go back around the other way to finish off the stitch. But A, I was fed up. B, time was ticking on. I didn't have much time to finish the bookmark, so I thought, you know what? I'm pleased with what I've done with it now, and we will leave it at that. So the time lapse does finish with this being at its completed self. And yeah, I am pleased with this. This was a nice little fun stitch to do. I think normally I work on bigger pieces than this, so sometimes it is nice to have something little just to break everything up. And most of all, I just really hope that Mark's dad likes it. I'm sure he will. I hope so. I mean, future Beth can probably tell you. So yeah, I will just give you one last look at it before it leaves my hands forever. And that's it. Back to you, future Beth. Thanks, past Beth. I really hope that worked out. So I can confirm that Mark's dad was really pleased with his new bookmark, and yeah, he had a really good birthday, so it was a nice little surprise for him. Moving into our second FFO, and you've probably noticed it already, so I'll just duck down a little bit. So as you can see, I have completed the bunting that I've been working on for the past couple of months. I've completed that for my cousin, so I had already done most of them there, but it was just Thumper that I've worked on this month. And yeah, I'll take it down to show you. So yeah, I will show you Thumper in a little bit more detail. It's kind of hard because now they're all attached to each other, but yeah, this is Thumper. And the lighting is kind of making the colours fade a little bit, but he's on like a blue cloud. I think if I budge it back a little bit, you'll be able to see it a bit better. But yeah, there he is. And then I've just stitched, so the kit that I got this with comes with this string. So I've just stitched on all of the flags to go on top. I didn't really know what I was doing with the stitching, so I just kind of stitched it how it felt best. So yeah, it seems quite sturdy, and one thing that I was quite conscious of as well is that I didn't want to kind of just stitch underneath here and then the bunting can move across the string, because I've kind of placed them equally apart. So yeah, it seems quite sturdy as it is, but I don't know if you can see that stitch there. There we go. So yeah, I'm sure this stitch has got a name, but I just do not know what the name is. But yeah, I'm really happy that I have got one part of this finished. For those that haven't watched any of my videos before, this has come part of a set. So there is bunting, a hoop. You'd think that I would know it off by heart by now because I've had to say it so many times, but there's bunting, a hoop, a pillowcase and a height chart. And this is the first one that I've finished, and I'm kind of focusing on the first three and kind of saying that the height chart can kind of come when it's done, because she's not going to need the height chart straight away. Currently my cousin is still pregnant, so yeah, the height chart will be done when it's done. I'm not thinking that I'm going to get that done this month. So yeah, that is the bunting. I am now going to attempt to put it back up, because I just don't want 2 bits of blue tack in the rest of my video. Okay, that'll do. How long are we betting that stays up? Next we're going to move into my finishers, so sticking with this Disney kit. The next one that we've got is that I have completed the hoop. So this is a hoop of Bambi, and I say it's a finish. I think there's one other thing that I'm going to do is put in the baby's name, probably underneath. So yeah, I'm kind of waiting on that before I actually fully finish it. The finish that I'm going to do for this is I'm planning on putting it in a hoop and then back in the hoop, which is something that I've never done before. The kit actually came with a white hoop, which I think will look really nice. So yeah, I'm just going to wing it and give it a go, similar to what I did with the bunting. That's worked out okay. So there's this one. So it is very similar to the Bambi there, but the pattern is actually a little bit different, just to make it that little bit bigger. I don't know if you can tell that it's bigger. Oh, can you tell there? It's slightly bigger. But yeah, the actual pattern was a little bit different to make it bigger, rather than just using a different count of fabric. It is actually a different way of stitching it. So that's that one. And my other finish, which I'm really excited about, is Hello Dear. I'm keeping that in. Oh, the Baileys is getting to me. So, okay, Hello Dear. So when I made this video the first time and then it got corrupted, I hadn't actually finished this. So I am actually really happy that I had to film it again, and that I've kind of taken this week to finish it completely. When you last saw it, I had finished part 1, which was this section here with the robin, part 2, which is the top part with the squirrel, and part 3 was the rabbit and kind of the surrounding areas down here. When I've done this, I kind of did part 4 and 5 together. It did actually come out as part 4 was the deer, so it was this side, and then part 5 was this side. But because I kind of waited until both of the parts had come out, I just kind of finished off the bottom of the tree here, then did the deer, then the tree trunk, then the grass, and then finished off with the presents. So yeah, I'm really, really happy that I've got this to actually share with you guys today, especially because that deer is definitely my favourite part of this whole thing. It is just so cute. There we go. Some people have actually changed the deer's nose so that they've stitched on a little bit of a red nose for him. I decided to stick with the pattern as it is. So yeah, I really, really love this. This is the first caterpillar cross stitch chart that I've ever done before, and I will definitely be continuing with this kind of hello series with the trees. I've mentioned this before, but I'll say it again. There's already a Hello Pumpkin that's out, so I will be doing that soon. But I do know that kind of from next year, so January onwards, there is going to be I think it's the spring, or is it the summer? I can't remember. But she is doing all of the seasons in these, and they are going to be starting in January, so I think that's going to be the next one that I work with. When I showed this in my last video, I did get a couple of comments commenting on the fact that it's even weave. And I've kind of had a couple of ideas around doing a bit of a beginner's guide to even weave, kind of from a fellow beginner, rather than kind of packing on tons and tons of information that you might not necessarily need yet when you're an expert. Let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in, but it would just kind of be quite relatively basic, but I'd try and be informative with it and just kind of talk about my experience with it and what are the things that I was really happy to know as I was working with even weave, including the use of a diagonal pin stitch, which has meant that this is the neatest back that I've ever done. I usually don't really care about the backs because no one's going to see it. I guess I say that I don't care. I am a little bit conscious to kind of make sure that it's okay. But yeah, with this one, I'm actually proud to show it. So yeah, a relatively neat back there. I feel like people will look at that and be like, that's not neat. I've seen neater. Next, we're going to move into the whips, which is works in progress. I've got it the right way up this time. Starting off with the Fellowship of the Ring. So when I had last spoke to you guys, I always struggle holding this one up, so watch me wrestle my work. When I had last spoke to you guys, I think I had done kind of most of page 3 along here, but there was just a bit missing kind of along here. But yeah, I really got the urge to stitch on this one. I think that this is still my favourite, definitely. I love the block colours, I love the full coverage. So yeah, I always enjoy stitching on this one, so I just got the urge to stitch on it. I think it was after I'd finished one of the bunting or something, just, I don't know, November was ages ago. So yeah, I finally finished the sky and completing this side. That means that page 3 is complete. So I'll be really looking forward to stitch on this one some more. I did get a few comments on some of my previous videos where I'd shown this, and I think some people are quite interested in this one, so shout out to my fellow Lord of the Rings geeks. But when we next stitch on it, it will be back over to this side, and over here is like a little bit of the mountain peak there. So as it goes down, I'll be doing a little bit more of the mountain, which is quite confetti heavy, so I'm not really looking forward to that, but I think it'll be worth it because as it goes down, we're going to start to see the silhouettes of the Fellowship. So yeah, I'm really excited. Hopefully I can get some stitching in over Christmas and New Year on this one, especially because me and my friend, now I know that I can kind of watch things online with my friends, me and my friend have a tradition where every year over Christmas and New Year we will watch all 3 Lord of the Rings films, extended editions, in one day. So we normally start around like 10 a.m. We'll go to the shop before then, grab some food for the rest of the day, and yeah, we will just sit and we'll watch all 3 of the films back to back. So I'm really happy that we can still continue that tradition even though we won't be in the same house. So I'm sure that stitching on this will be perfect for that. The next whip that I worked on last month was Afternoon Nap. This is a design by Rondale Designs and is kitted by Bothy Threads. I've been saying it wrong this whole time. I've been saying Bothy Threads, but apparently it's Bothy Threads. So that is that. I knew it would fall down. I knew it. So this is another one where I just had the urge to stitch on it this month. I think with this one it is the colours. Autumn, I think I've said this before, autumn is my favourite season, so the autumnal colours just kind of called me with this one. And I mean, just look. I mean, all of the colours are gorgeous, but I mean, especially like this chunk right here, that is just typical autumn. So I was really excited to stitch on this one this month. And I feel like I got a fair amount done. So I think last time I just kind of started, I finished this fox and I just started kind of the edge of this fox's face, but we've got a little bit more now. It's a bit more full. We've got his other eye in. So yeah, love this piece. Next we're going to move into haul. I did mention this item in my last video, but it has now arrived and it is this adorable Needleminder. So this is the Pokemon Eevee, and it is a shiny version of Eevee. And I just love this. Like, I love the fact that it's got like the hanging tail, and also the magnet has a little Pokeball on the back. So yeah, it's really well made, and yeah, just such a lovely design. It is from Melee Missy Stitchery on Etsy, and like always I will include the link in the description. The Needleminder came also with a shiny Pokemon card, and it's got a message written on it because it was a birthday present from my friend Chloe, and it says happy birthday to the bestest friend in the whole world, which is really, really sweet. And it did also come with some stickers, which I don't know why I hadn't thought of this before. Everybody probably already does this, but I have kind of started to stick them on my storage box. So it came with this, this red shiny Gyarados here, and also, I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of like got a transparent background, but that is Melee Missy Stitchery's old logo, kind of with a Pokeball that's cross-stitched. And then I have also got this sticker here, which I've had for quite a while now actually. It was from the Cross Stitch Salon, and like I say, I just didn't think to put them on here, but I think it's really suited. I really like them on here. I think it kind of goes without saying that I just love the packaging and the care that people on Etsy take when they are sending out their items. It's just so lovely, something that's really refreshing in this day and age, to kind of have that really kind of personal touch. So yeah, for this year for Christmas I am trying to buy as much as I can from Etsy, because I don't really fancy going out and doing my Christmas shopping, so if I can support small businesses in another way, then that's great. And then the other item of haul that I've got is that after my birthday I treated myself to some Grime Guards. I had never had any Grime Guards before. These are from Oh So Twinkle Crafts on Etsy. Again, the link will be in the description. This one is for my 6-inch Q-snap. I think that this one I've got is like 9-inch. This one's for a square one as well. And then this one is for like my bigger pieces. I think it's 9 by 12-inch Q-snap that I use for that one. The pattern that I went with, these are kind of I kind of saw them as being part of a set, so the fabric is really, really similar, but this one is the blue one with hedgehogs. We've got more of a brown one with foxes on, and then the last one is a yellow one with ducks on. The fabrics at Also Twinkle Crafts aren't all like this. She has all sorts of different ones, but they do tend to be probably more like woodland creatures and just kind of animals in general, and they are very kind of pastel-y sort of colours, which is definitely speaks to me. It's definitely up my street. And as always, to finish off this video, I'm gonna recommend some FlossTubers to you guys. The first one is Stephanie Overfield. She is a fellow UK stitcher, and I really love Stephanie's channel. I'm kind of channeling my inner Stephanie today with my French plaits. But yeah, Stephanie is really lovely. She is amazing at doing finishes and FFOs in general. So if you're amazed by my floor, you should go and check out her channel, because I feel like every video she's like, oh, I've got 10 finishes and 30 FFOs today. I am exaggerating, but she does have a lot, and she's really, really creative when it comes to her finishes and things like that. In a most recent video, she has talked about how she's got a cricket machine, which, if you don't know what they are, they're almost like a 3D printer, but it kind of, like, you can make it cut things out, or you can give it a pen and then it will write things in a certain font. So if you Google it, that you'll get a better explanation of what one is, but they are amazing. So she uses that for a lot of her finishes, and they are very, very impressive, very gorgeous. So definitely go and check her out if you haven't already. And the second FlossTuber that I want to recommend is 8-Bit Stitch. She's fairly new to FlossTube, but has been making all sorts of different content on the internet for quite a while. She makes her own patterns. She has done YouTube videos before, but she's just started FlossTube. She does kind of a lot of tutorials and a lot of kind of guides on different accessories that you need and that sort of stuff. And she has also introduced me to kind of the world. Well, she's not introduced me to Twitch. I knew of Twitch before, but I didn't realise that people cross-stitch on Twitch. So they just kind of set up a stream and will stream themselves stitching and doing any other crafty bits that they feel like. So yeah, I've been really enjoying her content recently, and she seems really lovely. So if you haven't watched her before, definitely go and check out her channel. And that is it. We made it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I've really enjoyed making this video. Like I say, I'm kind of glad that the other one failed, because I had a lot more fun making this one. I think that this is going to be my last video before Christmas, so I really hope that everybody stays well and safe and really enjoys the holidays, whatever you celebrate. I hope you have a lovely time. I'm probably going to do one more video for the year, so probably in between Christmas and New Year I'll have a chat with you guys to kind of wrap up 2020 and to kind of talk about what my plans are for next year, what I'm thinking of stitching and what is coming up. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy your December, and I shall see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.